Hey, Berrettini, move out of the way. You're in the way of the Joker and of Rafa. We don't want you here. I think everybody agrees that we want to see a Novak Rafa semifinal. If we can't have it in the final, we want to have it for the semifinal. So, big match tomorrow for Novak Djokovic, who escaped from Musetti. Musetti up 2 sets on the Joker, and then Joker stomped out the kid's dreams. It basically just wore him down. I did get to watch the replay, and I know there's a lot of people upset with me about I said Joker was lucky. He was lucky in that when you get down 2 sets and you win, you feel fortunate. That's what I meant. But I didn't mean that Djokovic was, lucky to win. We know he's a warrior, and we know that I said the last time I talked about Djokovic, I'm like, to take Djokovic out of this tournament with Rafa potentially winning number 21, becoming the GOAT, you're going to have to punch Djokovic in the face a couple times, and maybe even do more than that to take him out of this tournament. This guy is not going to go down without a fight, as he showed us against Musetti. 2 extremely hard, tightly contested 2 first sets. He loses both, doesn't go away, fighting, takes the legs out of Musetti. How bad is Musetti getting hurt? I don't know. But Diego says, no upset alert for tomorrow, Pete. I agree. So I want to hear you guys, your thoughts. This is a live stream. This is where we come on. We talk about the matches. If you're watching the replay, also let me know. Does Berrettini have any chance of ruining a dream semifinals? Okay, normally it is, could be, should be the finals, right? Djokovic, Nadal, semifinals. Are we agreeing that that is really the finals? Is that the finals, the semifinals? I guess we can't sleep on Tsitsipas, have been playing amazing tennis, nor Alexander Zverev, guys. Alexander Zverev, because I guess he's not a crowd favorite, so people are not talking about him much, is quietly kicking everybody's butt all over the place on the French Open clay this year. So Diego says, Berrettini, of course, has a chance. Colin says, are there any wolves left at Roland Garros? Can anyone take out a goat? I don't know. I don't know if anybody can take out a goat. We got 2 goats left, and they're hungry. They're hungry like a wolf. and yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to show you some cool points of Berrettini playing Tsitsipas in a U.S. Open qualifier match, 2017. Amazing how far the game has come. Berrettini, obviously, I guess a late bloomer too. If he's playing a qualifier match in 2017. But let's share the screen here. Let's review this match. Let's see if Djokovic should be worried at all, and let's think about what could Berrettini do to possibly beat the Joker. I really don't think he has a chance. I don't think he has a chance. I think Djokovic is going to take care of this rather easily, methodically, like he likes to do to most of his opponents. So Berrettini, number 9 in the world. He's kind of, for a while he went away. Then he's gotten hot again. Had a pretty good clay court season. Djokovic, number 1. Been number 1. Feels like he's been number 1 for like 10, 11, 12 years in a row. We know that's not true, but he's been there for a long time. Many weeks now. So Berrettini turned pro when he was 2015. Djokovic, look at this, 2003. Look how long he's been around. And look at this, 89 wins, 56 losses. The Djokovic, 954 wins, 195 losses. And a lot of those losses were from like 2003 to 2010. He's barely lost in the last 10 years. He hasn't lost many matches, except for when he came back from that one injury. When he came back from the shoulder injury, he lost a bit then. Doesn't lose too many matches, the Joker. Okay, 83 titles to 4, $148 million in prize money to $6 million. $6 million is pretty good. Pretty good. But let's take a look at their one matchup here, guys. It was at the ATP Finals in Great Britain 2019. Does this mean anything? Different surface, completely different event. But look, the Djokovic ate him alive. 6-2, 6-1. Certainly you got to give Berrettini a better chance on the clay. He looks pretty at home on the clay. Huge serve, huge forehand. Backhand to me, pretty good, but going to be picked on. Big liability. Berrettini's going to be able to hit the ball big, but I don't see him being able to hit the ball enough through Djokovic. And I think Djokovic can go at that backhand for some rest and relaxation and not have to worry about Berrettini crushing a bunch of winners on his backhand side. So it's going to really be about, how well can Berrettini run around that backhand and keep crushing as many big forehands as possible. If you've never seen Berrettini play, well, let's take a look at a couple points here. Going to blow this up if it ever agrees to cooperate. This is Berrettini in 2017 versus Tsitsipas. It looks like during COVID, because there's not many people in the stands, but this is not during COVID. This is during a qualifying match in 2017. So Berrettini, we could see big forehand, but not there. He's playing Tsitsipas. There's the big serve. Okay, we can see by Berrettini's frame, he is a big dude. So he's going to need to serve big. He's going to need to do that a lot. Big forehands. He's also pretty good at coming to the net and finishing, as we just saw there. Berrettini is not afraid to come to the net and finish. He does like to hit a lot of kick serves in. We saw Djokovic did have trouble, as an amazing returner as it is. Djokovic did seem to have a lot of trouble. Look at Tsitsipas, missed that by a mile. You wouldn't miss that this year. Djokovic does seem to be having trouble returning the kick serve on the clay. Musetti really bothered him. Look, that's a pretty good kick right there. You can see that ball kick up. Musetti bothered him, and guess what? Dominic Thiem also bothered the Djokovic, the Joker, with his kick serve on the clay. So maybe, even though he's not going to be hitting a ton of aces, Berrettini, but he's got a big serve, that kick serve will be effective to set up the big forehand. We can see right there, that backhand in the corner. That's what you couldn't see Berrettini in the screen, but that's what Djokovic wants to do all day long, is to get Berrettini in the backhand corner. He is much, much better on the forehand side. Much better on the forehand side. What you're going to see in a lot of these points is Berrettini's going to do his damnedest to hit as many forehands as possible. The backhand, as you see there, weak return, a great serve. The backhand is his weakness. He is a big dude, moves pretty well for a big guy. Huge forehand, as we can see. He likes that little Rafa forehand too. Backhand, not bad, but doesn't seem to really be able to get control to move an opponent around. If you get him moving and he gets pressured, he misses a lot. But that's what he does very well. Look at that lob. Look at that lob. Great get. Tsitsipas missing the overhead. He won't miss that this week. Look at Tsitsipas with the short hair. Okay, so Tsitsipas playing incredible tennis this year. It's kind of neat to see this match. Tsitsipas playing incredible tennis this year at the French Open. Took care of one of his nemesis. Definitely was very, very frustrated playing against Medvedev at the Australian Open. Didn't have any answers for him. But today he had all of the answers. He had all of the answers for Medvedev. Medvedev pulling a very weird but very Medvedev-like reaction in the final point. He's down 6-5, and for whatever reason, he decides to throw in an underhand serve when he's down match point. I think that was pretty much a baby move. Okay, we're going to stop looking at this, and we're going to go to the draws. So let's go to the draw right now, and let's see where we're at. Djokovic versus Berrettini. We know what we're going to get with Djokovic. We're going to get 100% effort from start to finish of the match. Whether he's playing well or not well, we know he's going to give you 100%. And for the most part, he's playing pretty damn good. So I don't think his 5-set match against Musetti is going to have any fatigue coming into this match. He's had a pretty easy go of it getting here to the quarterfinals. And after 2 really tough sets against Musetti, completely wore him down, beat him up mentally and physically. And he is now in the quarterfinals. And fatigue will not be an issue. He will be fine. He's going to be consistent mentally, physically, technically, going to be pretty much perfect. If there is a struggle, maybe he's not hitting as many winners lately. Maybe he's not flattening out the ball as well as he can in previous years. It does seem like he's getting into a little bit more defensive postures this year at the French Open. He's not taking as much offense. He's not hitting as many winners, clear winners. Like when he's on fire, that backhand down the line is money, and it can hit a winner out of nowhere. Not seen him do that as much this year. He just still knows how to go in lockdown mode and not miss. Berrettini, big serve. Big kick. Big forehand. We can see he can flatten the forehand out. He can hit the Rafa spinner. Closes, gets on the net quickly, puts balls away. Quick to come to the net and put balls away. He sees opportunities quickly on his forehand. He knows immediately when he's hit a very good big forehand, and he knows how to cover a lot of ground quickly with his long frame, big, powerful legs, can get to the net in an instant and close out a volley. So that's really good. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people have big shots and they keep staying back. Berrettini will come in, finish it on you if you let him. The backhand, that's where Djokovic, I think he's going to find that backhand. He might have to hit the forehand to get to the backhand, but he'll find that backhand. I think he'll wear down the consistency of Berrettini, and will get the better of him 3 or 4 sets, even if it somehow went 5. I just don't see Djokovic going out because he's on a mission to do what? To face the man below, to face Rafael Nadal, the number 3 seed. Dude has 13 frickin' French Opens. He's the 3rd seed. I almost want to spit on my computer right now like Kepfer did on the line, okay? No way should Nadal be a number 3 seed at the French Open. I don't care if he's ranked 30 in the world. He should be number 2 seed so he didn't have to play Djokovic in the semis. That's just terrible. But he's going to play Schwartzman. What's interesting about this setup is Nadal is going to have to pull a +1 this year compared to what he did in 2020. So in 2020, what did he do? He beat Sinner. He beat him even more here. Beat Sinner even easier this year. A little bit of a scary first set, but he was scared in the first. He had a scare in the first set last year too. So 7-5, 6-3, 6-0 this year. So yeah, he is looking very good. Diego Schwartzman, we know what Diego Schwartzman is. He's like a little mini Rafa. He's very competitive. He's very feisty. He's a big fighter, tons of heart. But he's too small. I'm sorry. He's too small to take out Rafael Nadal. Rafa is going to be able to get the better of him physically, wear him down, force him to hit too many risky shots. Eventually, the consistency might hang with him for a while, but consistency is going to start to leave Schwartzman's racket, and Nadal is also going to open up the court more and more with winners and drop shots and a bunch of other stuff that Rafa likes to do on clay that will have him win 3 sets, 4 sets max if Schwartzman is playing out of his mind and maybe Rafa gets a little tight. Now, right here, this is a big matchup. Again, why is this? This is a semifinal matchup, though. They're already in the semifinals. Okay, yes, okay, good. Going to say. All right. That's a good semifinal matchup. Zverev versus Tsitsipas. I'm glad they both made it. I'm glad that Medvedev did not have a crummy clay court season where he basically said that clay court is not even a real surface when it certainly is a real surface. I mean, let's face it. Most of the Europeans, they grow up playing on that stuff. It really develops you mentally, physically. You got to give the clay a lot of respect. Medvedev didn't, but he started to play well at the French. So I'm glad he did not get through to the semifinals. He was not working as hard and as consistently as Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas really deserves to be there. So does Alexander Zverev. Alexander Zverev seems to have gotten rid of the yips on the serve and the forehand and has turned his yips into rips. He is crushing. Look at all of his matches, guys. He's taken out everybody. Big time scores. Look, back-to-back score lines of 6-4, 6-1, 6-1, 6-4, 6-1, 6-1. Let's even go back further than that. Let's take a look, because I don't think people are appreciating how much of a beatdown Zverev is giving everybody right now. He's been quietly destroying people. Alexander Zverev, 6-2, 7-5, 6-2. Let's go back another round. Let's go to the second round. Where is Zverev? Where are you, buddy? Did I get him? Am I in the right spot? Sorry, guys. I do want to find all his score lines. Alexander Zverev. Oh, this is his toughest match. Got down 2 sets. 6-3, 6-3. But then, okay, so after this was a wake-up call. Then it was 6-2, 6-2, 6-0. This was the beginning of the beatdowns. Okay, so Zverev is looking really good. Tsitsipas looking very strong as well. I think that's going to be a great epic battle. But let's keep our focus on Nadal and Djokovic, because that's really the blockbuster that we all need to see. Let's see some comments here. I see we've been active in the chat since I've been looking at the screen. The Joker even gave Musetti 2 sets just to have more fun at dismantling him. Almost at love in the next 3 sets. No chance. He might get an early set, but not expecting a win from Berrettini. Imagine having to go through Djokovic and Nadal and still have to play a final. Worst scenario for Berrettini and Schwartzman. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Nole will just hit his backhand consistently. Musetti was giving good first 2 sets, and his tank went out. That's right. He took out his legs, took out his heart. Definite win for Novak. He'll return Berrettini's big serve as well as anyone. I agree. Djokovic definitely the best returner out there. Berrettini, only weakness is his calves. Pretty good one. Let's see here. Berrettini can do this. Come on. He can do it, but I don't think he's going to. All right, let's see what else. He wasn't too small to beat Struff. That's a good point, but Struff ain't no Rafa. Okay, that's a good point. Yes, Diego Schwartzman. And I'm not talking down on Diego Schwartzman. I think Diego Schwartzman, pound for pound, he might be the best tennis player in the world when you think about what he's able to do with his height. But it is an issue. And, when you're going against Rafa, that's not going against Struff. That's different. Rafa has shown over and over again he's handled Schwartzman pretty well, and he's not going to lose at the French Open. Diego Schwartzman, though, has beaten him on clay. I think his one win is on clay. Is it more important for Tsitsipas or Zverev? That's a great That's a great question. I think it's equally as important for both. They're both really, really hungry. They both deserve to win. Zverev's a little older, so maybe you could say it's more important for Zverev to finally win. He let's think about it. He's done really well at the last 3 majors. He got to the finals, heartbreaking loss at the U.S. Open. He played great and played a really tough match against Djokovic. And now he's back again in the semis. He took out Tsitsipas in Acapulco. That was a good win. He won a clay court tournament. He's beaten Rafa on the clay. I mean, they both really, 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 really deserve to be in the finals. So I wish them both well. I really do, and I'll be sad for either of them who ends up losing. Zverev is 0-9 against top 10 players in the slams. He definitely doesn't want to go 0-10. That's a good point. So maybe it is Zverev more important for Zverev. I don't know. They're both working so hard. You can only work so hard so long without getting rewarded before you just kind of go, damn, I don't want to get up today at 5 in the morning and run all these sprints. You can just click on his name. We'll show you the matches. Thank you. Nadal and Novak have to get there first. Do you remember that incredible U.S. Open final, Federer and Novak? You're right, because it never happened. Okay, good point. I mean, I agree. You got to win your matches. You got to win your matches. But I would be surprised if we're not seeing Nadal or Novak in the final. And if I had to bet, yes, I would bet on guess who? Rafa, vamos. And for all you people who say I'm a Joker hater, because I had the nerve to say Joker got lucky. Look, guys, if you're a tennis player and you're down 2 sets, I mean, I bet you if we asked Djokovic, hey, do you feel lucky to get through that match against Musetti? He'd probably say, yeah. He'd probably say, I earned it, but I do feel fortunate. I feel lucky. I was down 2 sets. It's nice to get out of there. It could have been my exit, you know? So that's what I meant by that. But, you know, for all you people thinking I'm a Joker hater, I have said that Djokovic, in my mind, when it's all said and done, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the GOAT. And he certainly has been the best player out of the 3 for the last 10, 11, 12 years. I mean, the numbers don't lie. He's number 1 more. He's won more Grand Slams. And he has a winning record against Roger and Rafa in the last 10 years. So, you know, Djokovic, he is the man. But on the clay, you got to give the edge to Rafa because why? He never loses. He never loses on the clay. So, you know, you got to give it to him until he's beaten. All right. So we're saying that's funny. All right. Let's see here. Semifinals, not finals. If Nadal and Djokovic meet in the semifinals, what's my prediction? Yeah, I did that. So, Diego, my prediction is you got to go with Rafa. You got to go with Rafa. I really don't even care what the score line is in the semifinals. If one has a tougher match than the other, I think they're both going to be showing up. They're so mentally tough, unless they got some kind of injury that they hid for the semifinals. That would be the only thing that would have one of them just show up a little flat. I think the semifinals between Rafa and Novak is going to be an absolute war. They both want it extremely bad. They both know how to fight better than anybody out there. And I think they're the 2 mentally toughest players in the history of tennis. No offense to Roger and Federer, who I love the best, but I think they're the 2 most mentally tough tennis players that's ever played tennis. That's saying a lot, considering we've had a lot of players out there through the years. You know, Ivan Lendl was extremely mentally tough once he got his fitness going. Jimmy Connors, Andre Agassi some years was extremely mentally tough. Other times he's a mental marshmallow. Pete Sampras, very mentally tough. Roger Federer, very mentally tough. But no one tougher, in my mind, than Rafa and Novak. And I don't think anybody's been as mentally tough for as long as Rafa. From a teenager, he just showed up and was a beast. Mark Davis, beast mode. Mark Davis is on the live stream. It's going to be hot, 80 degrees for the semifinals. Very different from last year. Who does that favor? You know, that you could make an argument, 80 degrees, you could say, hey, that favors Rafa because his ball is going to be bouncing higher and bigger and jumping off the court. You could say that favors Nole because he can flatten the ball out and make the ball go faster and through the court. So I just think either way, they'll adjust to the conditions, and it's going to be a battle. It's going to be an absolute war. That's what I think. Tsitsipas and Zverev both in the first final. No, I don't know. I mean, the first French Open final. That's true, but Zverev did get to the U.S. Open final. Let's see here. Let's see here. You are friends with Coffee Break Tennis, the funniest guy on YouTube. Absolutely, Michael Walker. Me and Matt, we are buddies. Really good. Actually, Matt started Coffee Break Tennis on this channel. He started it on Crunch Time Coaching. And then we both agreed that the show was so good that it needed its own channel. So there you go. Yes. Matt and I are good friends. Going to go to Cincinnati. We had a big day on Cincinnati Day. We pretty much almost sold out today of Cincinnati. Thoughts on Coco? Coco, loving Coco. Coco is playing incredible. I would love her to win. And yeah, let's take a look at the women's draw. Let's do that. Let's shift to the ladies. I wish I had, I should do more on the ladies. I really should. I like the ladies game. So she's in the quarters, guys. She's in the quarters. But, I only have time to do 1 or 2 live streams. And I mean, really, I think you just got to follow the 3 GOATs as much as possible with the amount of time I have. So no offense to the ladies. But, the one GOAT that the women have is Serena Williams. And I just kind of felt that, on clay, at least she's not a threat to win on the clay anymore. So I didn't follow it as much, but I love Coco Gauff. I'm not familiar with this person she's playing. I love Sakari, love her. And Swiatek, that's going to be a big match. That's a blockbuster match right there. And yeah, these two, sorry, I don't know them. I mean, I can't, I'm sorry, I am a those names don't roll off the tip of my tongue there. I'm not even going to attempt to pretend that I know how to pronounce their names or even know who they are. So this is why I haven't covered many of the ladies. So yes, me as an American, me thinking that Coco Gauff has an incredible personality, great for the game. I'm going Coco all the way as far as cheering for her. Do I think she's going to win? I don't even know enough to know. I don't know. Yeah, Swiatek is very, very tough on the clay. She won last year. You'd have to say she is the favorite. Berrettini will win with his big serve and forehand, says Patrick. I think Berrettini's definitely going to be winning some points off his serve. I don't think you can completely neutralize a big serve and forehand like Berrettini has. But I think Novak's going to be doing a pretty damn good job of neutralizing Berrettini's serve, being able to defend his big forehands, finding Berrettini's backhand, and wearing him down. That's what I think. She is 39 years old. No woman has won a major in their late 30s. Yes, so nothing against Serena. She's still playing incredible tennis. I just don't think she's a threat to win on clay. She is still a threat at Wimbledon, where Roger is still a threat as well. Roger's still a threat as well. There are several surprise quarterfinals in the women's draw. You are forgiven. Thank you. Coco Gauff is a very polished young lady. Great media training. Yeah, she's awesome. Yes, you are right, Michael Walker. Coco Gauff is awesome. I love her. Maybe she should skip press conferences. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's not go there again. Let's not go there again. We're not doing that. Let's move forward. Let's keep it positive. And let's be rooting for a Rafa Novak semi. The tennis world would love that. I would love that. So that's pretty much it. It's time for me to go to bed. Get up, do everything again tomorrow. That's the key to success. See you guys. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.